This is the story of a man named Andrew. Andrew worked at a sales company named Rockdoor Industries in the IT department. Today, when checking the work orders, he found that the printer in the copy room was reported to be having issues. With no time to lose, Andrew got up and walked out of his office.
Thank you for calling Rockdoor Industries. This is Miranda. How can I help you today? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rockdoor's out of the office today. May I take a message for him?
As Andrew reached a staircase, he walked up and turned left towards the copy room. As Andrew entered the copy room, he began to take a look at the copy machine. There could be a myriad of issues that would cause the printer to stop working properly. And the work order didn't clarify the issue at hand. No, this would be a perilous task. One that could take all... Oh, a paper jam. Yes, that would make sense. Well, Andrew headed back down to his office. As he returned to his office, Andrew thought about his job. How lucky he must be doing what he loves, with no one bearing over his shoulder. His co-workers trusting his abilities enough to let him work unimpeded. Reaching his office, he completed the work order and smiled. With no other work orders today, he had the time to do something for himself. And Andrew was happy.
No, that's not quite it. I'll try it.
This is the story of a man named Andrew. Andrew worked at a sales company as the sole member of their IT department. Today, when checking the work orders, he found that the printer in the copy room was reported to be having issues. With no time to lose, Andrew got up and walked out of his office.
Thank you for calling Rockdoor Industries. This is Miranda. How can I help you today? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rockdoor's out of the office today. May I take a message for him?
As Andrew reached the stairs, he walked up and turned left towards the copy room. As Andrew entered the copy room, he began to take a look at the copy machine. There could be a myriad of. There could be many issues that could cause the printer to stop working properly. And the work order didn't clarify the issue at hand. No, this would be a perilous task. One that could take all shift. He checked first for a paper jam, but the paper seemed to be aligned correctly. The next logical step would be to run a full diagnostic on the printer to narrow down where the problem could possibly be, and it's unplugged. Of course it is. Andrew plugged the printer back in and walked back downstairs to his office. As he returned to his office, Andrew thought about his job. It felt good to feel useful, to feel like he was a part of something bigger than himself. It brought him peace to know that he was useful. Reaching his office, he completed the work order and smiled. With no other work orders today, he had the time to do something for himself, and Andrew was happy. No, that's still not it. I'll come back to it. Today was a day like any other for Andrew. After preparing himself for his shift, Andrew checked the work orders to find that the printer in the copy room was broken. With no time to lose, Andrew got up and walked out of his office.
Thank you for calling Rockdoor Industries. This is Miranda. How can I help you today? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rockdoor's out of the office today. May I take a message for him?
As Andrew reached the stairs, he walked up and turned left towards the coffee room. Oh, this was not the way to the coffee room. Perhaps Andrew wanted to stop by the employee lounge first for something? Ah, a cup of hot cocoa. Yes, it's good to keep one's energy up, and who doesn't enjoy a refreshing sweet cup of hot cocoa? Andrew picked up a teddy bear, but he had no need for it, so he set it back down. He didn't? Okay, Andrew kept the bear with him. Refreshed and ready for the day, Andrew made his way toward the coffee room. As Andrew entered the coffee room, he began to take a look at the printer. There could be many issues that would cause the printer to stop working properly, and the work orders rarely clarified the issue at hand. No, this would be a perilous task, one that could take all day to solve. He checked first for a paper check, but all the papers seemed to be aligned correctly. Next, he checked the cord. A common problem, but indeed the printer was plugged in. Now that all the obvious answers were used up, the next logical step would be to run a full diagnostic on the printer to narrow down where the problem was. Oh, what's that? Oh, the ink is out. Well, yes, that's a reasonable fix. Andrew closed the panel and headed down to his office. As he returned to his office, Andrew thought about his job. It was always so crazy to think about how such trivial problems could baffle his coworkers in such a way, though it did keep his job secure. So perhaps it was best not to look a gift horse in the mouth. Reaching his office, he submitted an order for more ink and sat back. The ink would arrive tomorrow, and with no other work orders today, he had the time to do something for himself. And Andrew was happy. All right, let's try this again. This is the story of a man named Andrew. Today was a day like any other. After preparing himself for his shift, Andrew checked the work orders to find that the printer in the copy room was broken. And with no time to, there he goes. As Andrew reached the stairs, he walked up and turned right, I guess. This was not the way to the copy room, but Andrew needed to drink his cocoa. Okay, just slow down. I can't. Not the bear. Andrew, please. Okay. Andrew entered the coffee room. Now, there could be many. No, not that. Well, the printer's plugged in. It isn't. And the ink cartridges are full. Well, Andrew was incredibly impatient today and couldn't wait to solve the great mystery of the printer. But he needed to take his time to find a solution. After all, the printer could be incredibly volatile. But in his eagerness to rush through his job, Andrew kicked the machine, causing an electrical spark that blew up the entire office, causing mass destruction. Good job, Andrew. Way to show everyone who's in charge.
today? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rocker's out of the office today. May I take a message for him?
As Andrew reached the stairs, he walked up and turned left towards the copy room. This was not the way to the copy room. Perhaps Andrew wanted to stop by the employee lounge first. Okay, you see it too, right? I wasn't sure if I was imagining it that last run, but that bear is getting bigger. Andrew picked up the teddy bear. But he had no need for such a large teddy bear, so he set it back down. Andrew, put the bear down. Andy, I said put it down. Now, there's simply no reason for it to be in the story at this point. It's simply going to confuse the readers. It's unnecessary fluff, really. Unfortunately, Andrew lost his grip on the bear, and it flew out the 12th story window, falling to its certain demise. A true tragedy. But, pulling himself back together, Andrew made his way to the copy room to continue his duty. Andy, come on, it's just a meaningless bear. You don't need to be so dramatic. No, Andy, don't do that. Andrew, what are you doing? Andrew, certainly you aren't thinking of jumping out that window over a bear. Andrew, come on. Let's come back inside now. Don't do something rash. Yes, you. No, not window. Andy, no! Okay. Andy, I need you to listen. I understand you're upset. So I've decided you can have one bear and the rest can stay in your office, okay? When you've decided, you and your bear can come upstairs.
Thank you for calling Rocker Industries. This is Miranda. How can I help you today? Oh, I'm sorry. The boss is out of the office today. May I take a message for him?
Andy, yes. Let's get down to business. I think it's important to give each other feedback if we're going to get along. So I would like to introduce you to a new idea I've been coming up with. The complaint box. It's simple. Just write your complaint and drop it in the box. I'll be sure to take all of your complaints into thoughtful consideration. Thank you for your complaint. I'll be sure to address it at my latest convenience. Now then, a second one. Well, let's not put too many complaints in there at once. I may not be able to get to them all. Whoa there, champ. I think 3 is a great number for now. We can get back to the story now. Andy? Andy, no, don't do that. Yes, I see you've caught me. I didn't expect you to be smart enough to figure that out. But I suppose that's my fault for making you so inquisitive. Well, no use dwelling on it. Off to the copy room. What? Fine. I will read your feedback. Complaint number 1. I think this says water. As in, you want water. Oh, well, sure, I suppose that's fine. Great. Complaint number 2. This one says voice. My voice? And what is wrong with my voice? Ah, okay, good. Not my voice. What? You want the bear to have a voice? Sure, I can do that. I'll whip something up.
Hi, Andy. It's me, Mr. Teddy, your dog magic teddy bear. I love you so much.
Oh. No. Not the bear? Well, I wish you'd said so sooner. I can't take the voice back.
I'm the bane of my creator's existence and a freak of nature.
Okay, yup, bad choice, Andy. I do ask you to dispose of that for now. I'll get you a new one that isn't so problematic.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yes, right there in the trash can. That will do for the time being. Thank you.
Narrator, you'll rue the day you disrespected Mr. Teddy.
All right. Where were we? Oh, you want a voice? Well, why didn't you say so? Sure, I can do that. Take it for a spin. Well, to be fair, you didn't ask me to teach you how to speak. You're a smart boy, you can figure it out. Now, for your last one. Adventure. You want to go on an adventure? Why? Why, yes! That is a great idea. And I think I may have just the thing in mind. Now, we need to make a few small rewrites. Wardrobe change, cape. No, cape. Cape to the side. Yes, something for the kids. A few small changes. Better do something for the sequels in case there's a movie. All right. Yes, that should be fine.
Thank you, guys.
Characters. The last few pieces of this. Writer's block. Yes. Perfect. All right. Let's give this a try. This is the story of a man named Andreas. Andreas lived in the kingdom of Rocta, where he worked under the great Sir Teddy. Today began as any other day until
Good! You're awake! We have no time to lose! The dragon, Alduin the Devourer, has captured the princess, and we must save her! Follow me!
Descending down the mountain to the great cave of danger, Sir Teddy and Andreas found at the entrance to the cave an old friend.
Ah! Sir Fluffers! It is great to see a familiar face!
Indeed, Sir Teddy, though pity it be at such perilous times.
I heard word that the beast lies within.
As did I. It will not be an easy task to complete. May I accompany you into the cave?
Why, of course! It would be an honor to fight beside a brother in arms!
But Andreas felt something fall in his chest. How had Sir Fluffers known where to find him? And why was it just outside the cave opening? It was like he was waiting for their arrival. Something was amiss, and Andreas would get to the bottom. Whoa, Andy! Stop for a second. What are you doing? Well, yes, he's suspicious, but that doesn't mean you could just kill him now. That doesn't make sense to the story. Just let him be for now. Anyways, where were we? Ah, yes. Descending deeper, Andreas could feel the heat rising until he, Sir Teddy, and Sir Fluffers reached the cavern of the Great Devourer.
Alduin the Devourer! It is I, the great Sir Teddy, and this is Sir Fluffers and Andreas, my most trusted friends. We are here to save the princess!
The dragon was ferocious, and Andreas felt a bit fearful, but he was comforted by his friend. Truly, his training had led him to this moment, this final stand against this great terror. But then, the feeling in his chest from before manifested before his eyes.
It is I, Sir Fluffers, your greatest and most humble servant. I have brought you the greatest threat to your reign. May the sacrifice of his life be a great testament to your greatness.
What? Oh, right. Yes, you can do it now.
Ow!
Thank you, Andreas. I should have known his deceit. This will be our greatest battle. The most important we face together. Are you ready? Ready? Ah! 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 It's stuck in his mouth! Shoot it! A little faster, please! Are you okay? Look out! Andreas, I don't think I'm gonna make it. You must be strong. If not for yourself, not for me, then for her. I know you're strong enough. You have to promise me not to give up. You were my closest friend, Andreas, and I'm so proud of you.
Sadness. A deep pit in Andreas's chest. His advisor, his caretaker for all these years, his lifelong friend, taken away from him in the blink of an eye. In that moment, Andreas felt his heart break. felt the pain of loss, the emptiness in his chest where Sir Teddy once was. But then, he felt that emptiness be filled with anger. An intense rage he had never felt before. And in that moment, he knew that Sir Teddy would be the last soul lost to this dragon. For he, Andreas the Great Knight, would slay the dragon once and for all. He said farewell one last time to his fallen comrade. And then, well done, Captain. Now, I think the ending of the fight could use a little fine-tuning. Can you do it again, please? We'll workshop it. So, the humble knight Andreas saved the princess from the great dragon Alduin. Sir Teddy made a miraculous recovery. And the king promoted Andreas to be his most trusted advisor. And they lived happily ever... No. No, he didn't. He can't. They can't. Not until... What am I doing? Trying to change this. Just need to stick together. I'll make it work. I have to. I have to. Okay. Let's try this again. This is the story of a man named Andy. After preparing himself for his shift, Andy checked the workbooks to find that the printer in the copy room was broken. With no time to lose, he got home and walked out of his office.
Thank you for calling Rockford Industries. This is Miranda. How can I help you today? Oh, well, I'm sorry. Mr. Rockford is out of the office today. May I take a message for him? Of course. I'll let him know, and he will get back at you at his earliest convenience. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good morning, Andy. Is there something I can help you with? No? So you're just standing there, doing nothing, watching me work? That's how you're spending your precious time? Sure. Well, I need to get back to work, so, yeah. Oh, hey, Andy, I noticed that the the copy machine upstairs and down the hall isn't working. Did you get the work order for it? Okay, good. Are you gonna fix it? Great! Hey, Andy! I noticed that you haven't left to go fix the copy machine. The copy machine in the copy room. You know, Andy, that is so interesting because I can't print anything until you fix it. Oh, I know. Maybe you forgot how to get there. It happens to the best of us. To get to the copy room, first you walk up these stairs right here, and then you turn left, walking straight down the hallway. Then you open the door, and get this, there's a copy machine. And you can fix it because that is your job as the IT person. Andrew! You need to go to sleep! Calling on Time Industries. This is Miranda. How can I help you today? Yes, he's right here. Of course. It's for you.
What are you doing? Maybe you need a reminder, Andrew, but you are not in charge. You do not get to make the decisions. You get to follow my instructions and do what the story requires. Is that understood? I am in charge and you are not allowed to...
What was that?
Shh! Maybe if we're quiet, they'll just...
Willie, you there?
Andy, is that...
Willie, I know you're here. William Doyle, if you do not open this door right now, I
Okay,
will break
don't break my door. Oh, Lizzie, it's you. I thought you were coming next week.
Well, I got this weekend off and I thought, oh, what the hell, this weekend as good as the next. Willie, I don't know how you do it. It's been so long since I've been to a big city. Why, it took half an hour just to find good parking.
You get used to it after a while.
Well, I'm sure you walk or usually take the bus. So how are you holding up?
Pretty well.
Your apartment begs to differ. It hasn't been this bad in a while, Will. You sure you're pretty well?
Well done, Sherlock. Yeah, it's been a rough couple of days. Sue.
There's no shame in bad days, Willie. I keep trying to tell you that. I see you're still writing your story. Have you come up with a name for it yet?
No. I've been stuck on part of it, and I just don't want to name it until I get further.
It's all right. I'm just curious. Oh, I always love when you draw him. The detail gets better every time. It's Andrew, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I've been playing a bit with Andy, too. Might make it interchangeable.
Oh, I do like Andy. Okay, so how's work going? Did you tell them my suggestion?
I sent an email to Rhonda yesterday afternoon, but she probably won't respond till Monday, so we'll see.
Sometimes that's all we can do.
Lizzie, you are not
I
going
will
to...
not hear it. That's what sisters are for. Besides, you know I can't sit still. The least I can do is pick up some clutter. I'm assuming you're done with the paper balls. All right, we're headed out.
Where what?
Come on, Willie. When was your last time you spent some time for yourself?
I do things for myself.
Outside of your apartment? That's what I thought. Come on, Willie. You're basically taking me out for the night.
Lizzie, there's no way. Oh, okay, we're going. We're going.
Andy, are you okay? You're kind of acting strange. Whoa, okay. Calm down, Andy. What's going on? Whoa, okay, slow down. Copy machine? The copy machine is fine, Andy. Andy, what are you? Oh, what is this place? Oh, this is you. What do you mean you guess? This is a spitting image of you. You do know what you look like, right? Here, this is you. Right there. I mean, this is uncanny. I mean, there's blueprints of our office, a phone directory, a book on advanced IT. I mean, this is just strange. Not as strange as you, I suppose. Yes. Oh, jackpot! This guy has voicemails. What? You want to figure out? Okay, well, I don't really understand where we are, but maybe listening to these will explain something. Do you have a better idea? Good. Then let's take some calls.
You have 2 new messages and 3 saved messages. New message.
Hello, William. This is Rhonda from HR. I wanted to talk to you about the request you put in a few days ago. It says here you requested to work from home 2 days a week in addition to 3 days in the office. While many workplaces allow this, we believe in ensuring our employees meet their full potential. And here, we believe that means working together as a team in our established place of work. Thank you for understanding. We hope you have a great weekend.
New message.
Good afternoon, Mr. Doyle. This is David from Downtown Counseling Solutions. I apologize for not getting with you sooner. It's been a crazy week. Rebecca and I got married. We're actually in Patagonia for our honeymoon right now. I'm sorry to hear that you're not doing well this week, but unfortunately, the internet is spotty here in the mountains, so I won't be able to meet with you in person, nor through a video call. I'll shoot you a call when I'm back at office hours, and we can meet for a session. Have a good one, William.
There are no more new messages. Saved message.
Hey, Lily Bear. It's so. Good morning, or at least I hope it's morning when you get this. You better have slept a little. Anyway, I know how you were up late working on your pitch meeting, so I went ahead and prepared you a lunch in the fridge. I meant to tell you before I left, but I completely spaced it as I rushed out the door, so make sure you take it with you. You're gonna do great today. I'll see you after work. Love you.
Saved message.
that was the beef bear you have
I am. Don't rush me. Well, hello, Mr. Doyle. This is Mr. William Doyle, and I'm here with my lovely lady, who is soon to be Mrs. William Doyle.
Willie, don't be so loud.
Why would I not be? I want the whole world to know that Miss Sophia Bell is going to be my bride. But, yeah, Nicole. Mr. Doyle, I wanted to send this message to remind you that when you buy the ring for your wife, be sure to get the finest that money can buy.
Oh, so romantic. Spend all of our money on something I can't use.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Once we put those rings on, they're never coming off.
Willie, it would fall off into a machine at work, and that'd be bad.
Ah. Well, you won't have to worry about that. Because once we're married, I'm going to whisk you away to a castle for us to spend the rest of our days, where no bosses can tell you when to work or what you can't do.
Oh, now you're talking. The lowly knight.
Lowly?
Yes. The measly, poor, humble knight saves a measly, poor peasant woman.
Oh, I beg to differ. The beautiful, courageous princess.
Okay, fine. The brave, humble knight saves the beautiful, courageous princess from... what? From what?
Oh, I don't know. The dragon? The dragon.
Sure. So the humble knight saves the courageous princess from the beastly dragon. Then
they can live happily ever after, together.
Well, Mr. Doyle, I can see why those big executives at your job keep you around. Quite the silver tongue.
Oh, my dear Miss Belarus, you flatter me. I am but the humble bard, here to do my song and dance for Her Majesty. And may I say, Her Majesty is positively glowing.
Well, my Majesty is quite pleased. And may I say, his bardliness will have to do better than that to please the court tonight.
Oh, my dear lady, doth that be a challenge?
Oh, wait, Willie, the phone.
Oh, yes. Well, Mr. Doyle, I'd love to chat more, but I hear the cha-cha slide is coming up, and I must not keep my lady waiting. Cheerio, good sport.
Saved message.
Are you sure? You've lost a lot of...
Nathan. Please.
Okay, yeah. Okay, it's on speaker. You can go ahead.
Hey, Willie Bear. It's Soph. I love you. I love you so much. I've always known you were the person I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, and I'm so glad that I was able to do that. Even if it wasn't always perfect, I would never change a thing, not even...
You're okay. Just stay still. I'll hold the phone.
You'll be okay. I know you are strong enough. You have to promise me not to give up. We may not make it to that castle you always promised, but that's okay. Because when I was with you, my knight in shining armor, that was my castle. You were my castle. I love you, Bear. And I will always love you. I'm so glad I got to spend my life with you. I'm sorry you can't do the same. I'm so sorry.
Sophia? Okay, she's still breathing. William? Please call me back when you get this. I'm so sorry.
There are no more saved messages. Goodbye.
Those were the last words I ever heard her say. When I called back, her co-workers said that she'd sustained great injuries from the pallet shelf collapsing. There was nothing the doctors could do. I used to call her my princess. She was so much more than that. She was my partner, my best friend, someone I could trust. When the waves crashed against my shore, she was the rock that kept me from being swept away. She was truly my everything. You know, she always told me how proud she was of me, of the man I had become, how strong I was, and yet, here I am. Splintered remains scattered on the beach, left to the waves' devices once the rock had crumbled under the weight. I want to keep that promise, Andy. I want to be strong enough. I want to remain strong for her, but I don't know how. It's so hard not to just give up. What am I doing? You wouldn't understand. Anything you lose just comes back when I start the story over. You don't know what it means to lose something. Not true. Girl. Yes. That's Sophia.
Sophia gone?
Yes. Sophia is gone.
You make.
Yes, and I drew you.
Andy. Willie. Willie.
I guess you could say that. I just feel stuck. I'm trapped in a loop I can't escape. Huh. I guess I never realized how much of myself I put into you. I guess I just wanted to make a better version of myself. An ideal fantasy. It's yours, not mine.
Willie's.
Willie's turn. Not Andy.
Andy, I don't understand.
Not Andy's story.
Not your. No. I can't. I can't. I can't. I'm not strong enough. I can't do it alone.
Willie, never alone.
But she's gone. And nothing can change that.
Not gone. And there, Sophia lives. And there, Willie strong. Willie must believe.
This is the story of a man named Will.